something better. I waited forever, but better late than never. Never. Bad day, 'cause you always have answers to problems that I never saw. Ain't not doing this much. Now all the time that we have left doesn't seem like it. Better never. I see us spending days together, sketching pictures, singing for you. Oh, you're just what I need. The best part of me. Somehow it keeps better. I waited forever. All the love I made and lost before we fought. Wish it wouldn't have taken so long, but better late than never. I see us spending days together, sketching pictures up and singing songs, wondering what came along. The part of me, oh, it keeps getting better. Late than never. Somehow it keeps getting better. I waited forever. I knew when I saw you, didn't care about the pop. Wishing all of these people would just head out so we can talk. I could tell by the smile. Wish I met you at 16. Wish I could have taken you to prom. Better late than never. Days together, sketching pictures up and singing songs, wondering what I did before you came along. Oh, yeah, I need the best part of me. Somehow it keeps getting forever, but better late than never. Better late than never. Good days and bad days, I know I can call you, 'cause you always have answers to problems that I could never solve. Never met green eyes, I love to get lost in this mud. Now all the time that we have left doesn't seem like it's enough. Better late than never. I see us spending days together, sketching pictures up and singing songs, wondering what I did before you came along. Oh, you're just what I need. Part of me, somehow it keeps getting better. I waited forever. All the love I made and lost before we met seemed so far. I wish it wouldn't have taken so long. Late than never. I see us spending days together, sketching picture, wondering what you came along. Oh, you're just what I need. The best part of me. Oh, it keeps. I waited forever, but better late than never. Somehow it keeps forever, but better late than never. when I saw you, didn't care about the party. Wishing all of these people would just head out and talk. I could tell by the smile when you asked where to write your name on my wall. 16 brown. Better late than never. I see us spending days together, singing songs, wondering what I did before you came along. Oh, you're just what I need. Me, it keeps getting better. I waited forever, but better late than never. Days I know I can call you, 'cause you always have answers to problems that I could never solve. Never met green eyes, I love to get lost in this much. Now all the time that we have left, better late than never. I see us spending days together, what I did before you came along. Oh, you're just what I need, the best part of me. Somehow it keeps getting better. I waited forever, all the love I made and lost before.
Right, pop a chat, pop a chat. Hey. Can you hear me there now, yeah? Or is there any skipping, or what way is it? Billy's coming in to sort you out. But can you hear me? Yeah. Someone give me a thumbs up or something now. Evening blazing, Mark. Can you hear me? Anyone hear me? Give me a yes. It is Skippy, is it? Damn. I wonder if I drop the resolution down a bit lower, will it be better? Again, how's things? Skins Blazing Mick, Mark, Leviathan. How he's all. Good stuff. Right. So today we're going to go through the Kennedy Vindicator Ruby 21. I'm sure you all know the crack with this. It's a Vindicator, but it has the RDA milled directly to the deck. So there's no seam. There is no seam on the. There's no seam where the RDA meets the mech. So you need to be extremely careful when you're building it. I'm going to go through a build and show you what I think is the safest way to do it. I'm going to go through the switch and everything else, top to bottom. The last few lives I've done, I've been moving the camera and stuff, but I'm on OBS now, so hopefully it's going to be a bit smoother. I have a cutscene when I'm moving the camera, so a bit more professional, as long as it's not skipping too much. Currently polishing my key. Very good. I'm vaping on the power at the minute, on the double barrel V2. In that I have some Dinner Lady strawberry macaroon. My mouse along is the Easy Mod with the Precisio on top. I love that Precisio. I have that a long time. And in that I have some Les Pickens American Flu Cured Virginia 2017. And that's 12. That's 0 milligram. That is not 12 milligram. If I wasn't on YouTube, it'd be 12 milligram. Red Eyed Loon, good evening. What else? I can probably go straight in and I'll see if this cutscene work. It should. Alright. Right, so I'm going to do a cutscene and then I'll be back and we'll do the down low with the Kennedy. And we're back. How was that? Was that any better than the camera bouncing around the place? Just needs a few settings and you'll be all good. Yeah, I need to play. I need probably to go through stuff with yourself or Bill or somebody. We'll figure it out. So here is the Kennedy. So we have Otum stubby drip tip, and it pops out, but it's fairly stiff. Give it a push from the inside. There we go. I like this. It's stubby, but I like it. You get used to it. Fairly big bore on the inside. That's the machining on the inside. Very good. You're always going to expect good machining from Kennedy anyway. They're renowned for perfect machining. And this is the deck. So it's the same as the regular Vindicator deck. 2-post design. Hex heads for your screws, and these are fairly thick. The accessory Allen key that comes with it is fairly thick, and I can't see it wearing out very quickly. Usually there is a seam where your RDA would screw off, which would be normally around here, just underneath the airflow. Oh, sorry, just above the airflow. But on the Ruby, it's milled directly into the deck, so that's going to give you a harder hidden mech. But you need to take precautions while you have the advantages of a harder hidden mech. You need to take precautions when you're building on it, so I'll run you through that anyway. It comes with stainless steel. Well, the stainless steel version comes with a stainless steel switch, and the button is copper, and the threading, of course, is smooth with any Kennedy, and it's a constant contact switch. So this part is held in. You can actually take that out. You can pull this up, and there is 8 notches. So there's 4 different settings, and one of those is to release it. So you have 3 height settings, and then one of the settings is to release the button from the housing. So we'll find that one there. So find that setting, and it just pops out. Very easy to clean. Now there is a little bit of grease on this, but that's obviously for the spring, to lubricate the spring and keep everything running smooth. And then you have your Kennedy Dragon on the bottom, and the CC for constant contact. So it's a very simple switch, but it works very well. So you have your 3 settings. So that's obviously the setting to remove the switch, and then you move it 1, and that is your shortest throw. And you can move it again. You'll have a slightly longer throw. And then the last setting is your longest throw. That's actually your shortest throw. Reverse everything I said there. That's the shortest throw there. Shortest. Middle. Longest. There we go. So battery wise, I usually use Samsung 30Ts. Battery Mooch was doing a live recently, and I asked him in the live, what is the best single battery mech? What is the best battery for a single battery mech? And he said it's basically a toss up between this one, which is the moly cell. The moly cell, or just hold on a second, I'm going to switch that camera around because it's backwards. He said it's a toss up between the moly cell P42A and the Samsung 30T. The Samsung 30T hits harder for the first 30% of the discharge, and after that the moly cell P42 will hit harder for longer after that. So it depends. If you recharge your batteries very quickly, if you're using a Samsung 30T and you hit 20-30 hits with it and then you got to recharge it, you're probably better using the Samsung 30T. But if you're looking for a longer lasting power hitting after the 30% discharge, you're probably better off going with the moly cell P42A. John, I sent you a link on Facebook on how to fix it. Right. Is that a quick fix, Bill? How is it watchable? Like, how bad is it? If it's watchable, I'll just keep going until the end, and then I'll fix it for the next one. But just let me know in the chat if it's not watchable. I'll try and fix it. So yeah, so this is the battery we're going to be using, and we'll stick a build in this. So that's sort of everything really. There's not much to run through in a mech. The switch, the machining, the threading, the RDA. So it's about a 4-minute video. You can skip a lot of it, and first off, take a couple of minutes. Yeah, I'll have a look at it after I finish up here. This isn't going to be a long live anyway, so I'll probably finish in about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'll give it a look for the next one. Thanks, Bill. Thanks for sending the link. Right, so we're going to put some proper coils, of course. We're going to put some fuse Claptons, and they are 2 cores of 24 gauge anarchist wire NI80, and they are wrapped with 34 gauge twisted messes NI80, and the ohm out 5 wraps and the ohm out at 0.1 dual coil, and they're 3mm inner diameter. So that's what we're going to be using. For a single battery mech, I would use a 0.1 dual coil. That's my go-to build. So now this mech, I got it yesterday. The original plan was not to use it, but I wanted to try it out. I was mad to try it out. I've been hoping or wishing to get one of these for a long time. So I was using it all day today, and I had a set of 0.1 aliens in it, and it was also useful because it could tell me then what I wanted to see, how long I wanted to cut my leg lengths. I cut those at 5mm, and they were slightly short, like not too short to build them or too short to fit them, but I probably should have went 5.5. So I'll go 5.5 with these. Now, what I would recommend, my first tip for this thing, it would be building on it, is not to insert your coils. Well, first of all, obviously, don't have a battery in it. I forgot, you get your little card here, Kennedy card, that will come in the mech tube. Obviously, don't have your battery in. Very important. And just to go over the battery as well, if you have any little nicks around the edges here, any spots here where the wrap is not intact, any tears here, anything at all, especially when you're using something like this, just in general anyway, but like extra more so when you're using something like this. You just need to be very careful. So any doubt whatsoever about your battery wrap, rewrap the battery. And if you don't know how to rewrap your battery, there's loads of videos online. All vape shops sell battery wraps, and all you need is a hair dryer. And like a 5-minute video will show you how to do it. So that's the battery, yeah. Yeah, so instead of like inserting your coils and then cutting them here, I would use a coily tool or something like a coily tool. And the reason for that is if you're putting your coils in here and you cut them and a bit of the wrap falls off or some of the shavings fall off and then land in and cross the positive and negative, like you're going to have a problem. So cut your coils and have them prepped before you put them in, and it's the safest way. It's the safest way to do it for sure. So we're going to go 5.5 leg length on the 10 coily tool I have here. One. Wire talk with Big G. Great to see you in. How you keeping? Right, so 5.5. So so no battery. Cut your coils away from the mech. Now you can see here I have a little wrap coming off the end. Even something like that, I would be tidying that up before I put it near it. So just trim that off. Make sure the ends are clean and the cuts are clean. If you're looking for good snips or flush cuts, Nipex. I think Nipex are the best of the regular brand stuff. I think the Wotofo ones are pretty good. Now these are very expensive. These are like 25-30 quid a pair, but they're very good. Nipex. From my experience as an electrician for years, all I used as an electrician, and most electricians will use is Nipex stuff because they're German made and they're built perfect. The last years. Right. Yeah, the other one's fine. So we're good, we're clean. Coils are clean, no battery in the mech. And we're going to insert our coils. Okay. Rod. That one in. If you crank the legs out slightly, they'll pop in, especially with 5 wraps. Thanks, Loon. Cheers. I've got to spread this one out. Get this a squeeze out. The posts are very far apart. Not very far apart, but like there's a bit of distance now. Right. They need to be tightened down, so we'll get the accessories. Now the accessories that come with this are, you have 2 O-rings for your RDA, your milled into the mech RDA. You get 2 hex head screws. You get 2 Allen keys. One is for your posts, and there's a thicker one, and that is to undo your 510 from the inside. So, right, we're going to crank on these, make sure they're good and tight. Now these, you know yourself, a lot of the time the hex head screw can ring and you can damage it easy, but these seem to be just like a higher standard, or like thicker, or they're just built better. Just you can feel it, that you can crank down good and hard, and you're not going to ring them or damage them. Right, so time to play around to make sure. Obviously now, make sure the next thing is to place your coils. Make sure they're not touching the chimneys, the airflows here, and they're not touching the posts. So we will maneuver them around, looking nice, and make sure they're not touching anything. Sitting right over the airflow. Hood, nice to see in. Right, this one's a slightly close out a bit. Right, so you can see there was a gap between there's a nice couple of mil of a gap between the airflow tubes and the 2 coils. And you can also see there's a gap between the coils and the posts. So we're good. Now I'm going to tighten these down, and then I'm going to put the battery in, and we're going to burn these in. I'm just going to burn them in very light taps on the switch. I'm not going to whack a load of power through it straight away. Try and get hot spots out. And for battery orientation, obviously you have your vent holes here. So a battery will vent through the positive before it vents through the negative end. So you're going to put your positive here where your vent holes are. So positive up. Now I specifically bought 2 brand new batteries for this, specifically to use in this. So these are going to be the Kennedy Vindicator Ruby batteries. I have 2 of these, and I'm not going to use them on else. And they're going to be checked within an inch of their lives every time I put them in. Top, bottom, sides, nothing. Well, these are brand new, so there's going to be nothing wrong with these. But I'll be checking them every time you take them in and out. Now, before I put my switch back on, because I like the look of the original Kennedy, and the original Kennedy comes with a copper constant contact switch. I also bought the copper switch, which is a constant contact. So it's the exact same as the stainless steel, same functions, same everything. it's just fully in copper. So it might give you a slightly better better hit, but I doubt you'd notice the difference between the two switches, to be honest with you. But because it's full copper, it might give you like the likes of Battery Mooch could test that, but see whether you're getting more power through a full copper switch and the stainless steel one. But I just like the look of it because the original Kennedy Vindicator has the stainless steel comes with the copper switch. Yeah, so I spent money on that. So battery in, switch on, and now we have power. So I'm going to burn this in nice and slow. Actually bring that up a bit. Now once I have this burned in, I'm going to tighten them down again just to make sure 100% that the coils are secure and they're not going to move anywhere. Just a few hot spots. I will give it a rake. There. Yeah, we're good there now. Slight one here. There we go. So all belts burnt in. Nice couple mil of gap between the air vents or air tubes and the coils. There's a nice gap between the posts and the coils. So the last thing to do now is let it cool down a little and then crank down on these crank down on the posts again to make sure they're not going to budge anymore. And that will be us. Wick it and walk away. Right, we'll throw some cotton gauze in there. Cotton gauze is available on the Proper Coils website. Along with some more accessories, of course. The Rotofo toolkit, tweezers, scissors, and flush cuts. Now with this thing hits hard. I know from using it today, it hits like a train. So a 0.1 build, copper switch, 0.1 build, RDA mills directly into the deck. I did throw in a fully charged Samsung 30T and then I threw in a fully charged Molly cell, and I didn't really notice the difference. The two of them just hit hard. That was it. I didn't really notice what that one hit harder than the other one. we're going to give it a good Scottish floof. And then we're going to give it a Mike Vapes tickle, of course. Tickle on it down. There we go. And then we'll give it a Pud Puffs drop. There you go. Now, no one got to see Pud Puffs drop anything this evening, so I said I'd make up for it. Now, plug in the carton. You've got loads of room in that deck. There's no loads of space in that deck. The only thing I'd say with the carton is make sure that it's not covering or sitting over the tubes there. Tubes, the airflow tubes, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, so make sure they're not sitting, blocking anything, and we're good to go. So I'm going to put some, what am I going to put on this? I bought this today in one of the local shops, and it's the shop I never go into. I was just driving by today, and they sell shit e-liquid, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's cheap shit. I don't know if any of you have tried this stuff. Black Dracula Blood, Menthol, Blackthorn Menthol. But I picked up this, so we're gonna try on this. Try it on the Vindicator and see how we go. It is 0 milligram, of course, because you can't vape nicotine on YouTube. But I would normally vape this at 3 milligram, but just now I'm not. It's 0 milligram. And I've splurged it everywhere. Right. Yeah, that's working anyway. That's going to hit hard. Right, I'm going to throw that cutscene up again, and I'll get the camera facing me, and we'll give this a toot, and we'll see how she goes. And this.
Sometimes doesn't go to plan. You throw out a cuss and you get stuck in the sand. There's a way somehow. We'll find a way somehow.
And we're back. I'd like it pop. Chat popped up again. There we go. That shop was it the one at Tesco? If so, have a story for you. It's the one in Aldi, I don't even know, an e-cigarette something. It's crap. All the juices are cheap shit. Right. So this is that's how we're hitting hard. Now, I'm sure Bill will tell everybody this and agree with me. Because I know he is a Vindicator. There's a certain thing you need to do, otherwise they don't work. If you don't have this thing done, the Vindicator won't work. It's like it's a rule written in stone. You have to have your Kennedy logo in line with your airflow, otherwise it doesn't work. That's a rule. You have to sign a contract when you buy one. That's the way it works. Right, we'll give this a toot. Before I never used the Vindicator up until today, but my thoughts on one before I bought one was that the airflow was going to be like wide open. It is wide open, but it's not as wide open as some of the RDAs I've used. Like I'd say the Goon has more airflow. There's a very slight restriction on it. It's really nice. It's really nice. And I was worried about how big the bore was again because of the airflow. I thought it would be too much airflow, but a very slight restriction on it. Very slightly more restricted than a Goon, like Goon 1.5. That's what I'd say. The flavor of it's obviously bottom airflow, so the flavor's obviously going to be good. If you just get the bottle and squeeze, it's going to leak. It is going to leak. But I use, where's that thing? I don't have it with me. The Easy Dripper, the little push thing. That will shoot the e-liquid right into the middle of it, and that should avoid the airflows. I've been talking about buying one of these for 18 months, I'd say. So I'm delighted with it. And it looks the business. It's gorgeous. Beautiful. And Kieran, your first comment when you came in saying you wanted to see me blow my face off. I'm sorry I disappointed you. Maybe next time. That's it, lads. Bill, thanks for sending me that link. I'm going to see. Apologies about the jumpiness and the stuff. I'll see can I fix that. Hopefully that link you sent me will fix that. Thanks for everyone for popping in. I'll just run through chat. Say thanks to everyone. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Big G. Thanks, Kieran. Hold on a sec. I need to do some. I need to do some upgrades. Yeah, right. Bill. Add moderator. Pod Puffs. I better make you one. Since you're my man, you're one of my men. Big G, moderator. Where are you? There you go. Big G, Bill, and Pod. Who else have we got in here? Dave Flowers, I think you tipped on later on, did you? Anyway, lads, thanks for watching. I'll try. I don't want to go too bad for my first attempt at OBS. I will have a look at the link Bill sent me, and I will see can I fix the issues. There you go, Big G. Loads of blue there, good stuff. And hopefully the next time I do one, which will probably be next week, it's not as jumpy. Hopefully. I'll see you. Thanks for watching.